Hi folks, today we have a new frauditor for the channel. He calls himself Anonymous Audits. Let's see Anonymous Audits get the proper handling at the post office that all frauditors deserve. And before we start today's video, I want to give a few announcements. I am starting to feel better, so that's a plus, and I thank you guys for being with me while I was sick. Also, a special thank you to all my current channel members and subscribers. Without you guys, I couldn't keep the channel going, so it means a lot to get your support. And I'm hoping that we can hit 3,000 by the end of the year. We're so close at this point, it's only just a matter of time. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Jack D. Watson Post Office building, Fort Worth, Texas. That is what I'm talking about. This is going to be an interesting audit. This is a very busy post office. Hopefully no one's alarmed or gets scared, worried, etc. But this is the Jack D. Watson Post Office building. I'm gonna have to find out who Jack D. Watson is. I'm sure I could find that online fairly easy. Alright, so this is how we know we are on public property. Visitor and customer parking.
Okay.
They're watching us, and it is up to us to watch them back. Let's see. Fingerprint room. I don't know if this is open to the public or not. Oh, it sure is. Let's see. This is Jack D. Watson, the postmaster.
Of course, this guy's a creepy frauditor. The fact that he has to zoom in that far even furthers the point why these jackwagons should not be allowed in DMVs or Social Security administrations. Because, as we can clearly see from when he put the camera to the window, that desk was pretty far away. But yet, by zooming in, he was able to clearly make out what was on that wall for that desk. Not to mention, it's just creepy the way he's doing it.
Somebody's about to come out and visit us. Let's see what they have to say.
Excuse me, sir, do you need some assistance?
No, ma'am, I don't. Thank you, though. What was your name?
It's Jackie.
Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. Not at this time.
So what are you?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures.
Okay. And it's concerning what?
Just personal reasons.
Have you spoken to anybody? Because you're not supposed to be filming in the Postal Service.
Well, that's not what Poster 7 says. It's federal law. I actually am allowed to do it for news purposes.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Now, as a lot of you already know, because we've been over this so many times with frauditors, how about a refresher course? Poster 7 states that video and photography may be taken in lobbies, foyers, and corridors of the post office with the express written permission of the postmaster or installation head for non-journalistic purposes only. Since frauditors are not news, they are actually commercial entities being paid by Google, they would need the express written permission.
For news purposes? I'm an independent journalist.
You're lying.
So, for news purposes, yeah, Poster 7 says that I'm
this is federal.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, this is federal
Yeah,
property, so
I understand, but the taxpayers pay for this. That's why I'm allowed to do it in public spaces.
we're taxes in.
It's a First Amendment protected activity, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, we're taxes in.
I don't want to argue about it.
I don't either, but I'll get someone to check and see, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I should get Poster 7. Hey, maybe on the other side of the post office here. Let's see. We'll do some filming in here. Looks like a nice selection of gift cards. Let's see. Looks like this is going pretty well here. Alright, let's see if we can find the Poster 7. So if Jackie comes, we can explain to her that this is a building we're allowed to take pictures in. Well, I'm pretty sure we're about to be met with resistance here in a second.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
Oh, here we go. Let's speak with her.
You can't record here.
It's public lobby, right?
Unfortunately, it's private inside of here. Because we have people information that.
Yeah, and that's why I won't get close to the counters and get that.
So what is the purpose of this recording?
For personal use. First Amendment protected activity.
No, this is for you to get a video to put on YouTube to make money. And yes, she's actually right. This does not count as part of the lobby. This is a sales area, which does not fall under Poster 7, where the mailboxes are, would count as the lobby. Outside would be fine to take photos and videos. But this is not a place where you can do it. They've even told other frauditors before in the past that filming in this area is not permitted.
I understand. It's weird to some people, but it's perfectly legal. Well, if there's cameras in here, you're already on camera, ma'am. I understand. Just government transparency, ma'am, that's all. Well, she seems to have an issue with us filming, even though they are on camera the entire day. And I can get a public records request for the information here, so.
Oh yeah, and then you can leave, sir.
No, I don't need to leave.
Leave, brother.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
What's that?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I don't need to leave.
Okay, well, we'll be down 911 then.
I understand. You realize you have a poster 7 that allows film and photography for news purposes.
Yeah, but you're doing it too long, sir.
There's not a time limit. You go ahead and call the cops, though. Do what you got to do.
No, at this point you're loitering. Because if you've been out there for over 20 minutes filming in this very small area, which shouldn't take you no more than at most 5 to 6 minutes to film this lobby thoroughly and to find Poster 7, and you have actually been asked by a member of staff to leave, you are now loitering and committing the crime of trespassing.
They said that I was taking too long in here. Make sure you don't erase that, because I'm going to public request it, ma'am. It's a criminal offense if you do.
Right.
They are rude here, and boy, will they be hearing from us. We are going to definitely file some complaints here today. She's calling the cops on me right now.
I have a situation here.
Because the guy with the camera's dangerous.
Mirror mixer.
I call the police. They're going to be here soon.
That's fine. I don't mind waiting for
Making
him.
everybody nervous.
I don't know why.
Well, 'cause
I'm
you're
a guy with the
recording
camera.
everybody.
Yeah, but they're recording you too. And these are public information records. I can actually get all the information off these cameras at any time.
So you ought to.
Well, that's why not do it with my camera instead, where it's not adulterated.
I'm calling the police on my cell phone.
Go ahead, call the police. They already did it, but I don't mind waiting, ma'am.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be a good witness.
That's fine. You should.
You're making a lot of people uncomfortable.
You're making me nervous.
I shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're gonna have the police come up here and potentially do something aggressive and against the law to me, and that's way too bad because I don't deserve to have that happen.
I'm calling about the post office on Mark IV Parkway.
This camera's gonna show that everybody that I talked to interacted with me first. There's nothing they can do. Thank you.
Now, I will be editing out a part of this 911 call due to the fact that there is some background noise of the postal workers moving something heavy, and it's causing such distortion that it's hard to make out what they're saying. But from understanding it and watching the video several times, it's the woman trying to give a description of the frauditor to the police.
Oh, look, some innings guys are playing. It's pretty gray, actually.
I can call it blue if I want to.
Well, you can call it whatever you want, and I can call you a terrible citizen of the United States, too.
He's got a baseball cap on. It's black. He's wearing shades.
I'm doing all
He's
that.
inside this establishment, which,
In the public lobby filming.
yeah.
Under poster 7 where I'm allowed to. I'm not...
Yeah,
Ma'am, it just...
you're disturbing me.
No, you actually, you contacted me first. You came in contact with me first. I never spoke to you first. You spoke to me first, so I never actually disrupted you, ma'am. I felt it was only decent to mute this lady's information because I didn't want to provoke anybody into calling and harassing her.
Well, at least that's one decent thing you did, right?
Oh, this is going on YouTube. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if anybody calls me, I'll have them call you.
That's fine if you can get my number to do so.
Okay. No, I don't.
Oh my goodness. People do not understand our First Amendment rights here. Like this
Okay, we'll do.
constitutionally protected activity, and our United States citizens are trying to get that to be illegal. Some people want communism, I guess, in this country. A policed state. Oh, you can take my picture. That's your right. So you can take my picture and it not be a disturbance? Right. No, it's because it is a free country, ma'am, and you're more than welcome to. Just don't be a hypocrite. That's all you're doing right now.
You know what? You're right.
I know.
So I wouldn't do that to you. You're
Well,
absolutely
it's your right to, though, and that's what you need to understand, is our Constitution built rights like this for us. And this is an employee conduct check to make sure that they treat us with respect as the people. Whether you feel uncomfortable about it or not, I can't help your feelings. And you just call the police. That's law enforcement, not feelings enforcement. So good luck with your claim there, ma'am.
Well, you're making a lot of people...
I haven't said anything to anybody that talked to me first, so I don't see how that's possible. There's
Okay, you know what? I'll stop talking to you.
Good. You
Stop
should.
talking to me.
You should.
It's on the federal poster. They're allowed to film and photograph.
Well,
As long as they don't.
He's not causing any problems.
If he makes people uncomfortable, that's their perspective. So, unfortunately, it is what it is.
And I was quietly filming until I was engaged by people. I never engaged first.
Where's it posted?
It's right there in the bottom corner on the other side. It's not very visible, but it... Time to get educated.
Hey, I'm all about education.
Good.
I don't have a problem.
I'm glad. That's what we need then. Looks like he's got it right there. Yeah. So she's going to learn today.
Sir, if you're not filling out anything, you're gonna have to step back outside.
I will when the police arrive. Thank you, ma'am.
No, you're gonna step outside.
I'm not going to do that at all.
Yes, you are.
Who's going to take action on that?
That's all you want. You want to ride.
Anybody physically touches me, that's going to be an assault.
You just want to ride on people. 'Cause I asked them to like.
Really? Because I was really quiet when I came in here, so how was that possible? You know I was really respectful.
I was respectful.
No, you said I was rude when you walked back there. It's on camera.
Uncomfortable. You're making people uncomfortable. So what is
It
the
feel-
situation?
You're right. You're right.
Don't engage with
I know, you're right.
So what's the
I don't answer questions. I'll just wait for the police to come here. Thank you, ma'am. So she's reading the poster 7 now, and she's understanding this is perfectly legal. It's
Yes, she is reading it, and she's going to understand it better than the Frauditor does and explain it to him 100 times better than he can, even though he's using it as his defense.
purposes? Yeah.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. It says for news purposes, I'm permitted in FOIA's lobbies.
What purpose is your
This is
purpose?
I'm an independent journalist, and I'm doing a story on the post office.
Okay, independent journalist.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you're doing a story on the
Post office here,
post
yes,
office. So that's your loophole.
It's not
Yes! Yes!
a loophole, ma'am. Everyone has freedom of the press. It's your First Amendment right. You should probably go back and research the Constitution a little bit so you know where you stand with the government. You have a lot more rights than you understand that you do at this point.
This is how I read it. Photographs for news,
Yep.
advertising, or commercial purposes.
Are permitted.
Hold up. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings. This is not a public meeting.
Well, that's not true because all this area is open to the
Except where
public.
prohibited by official signs or security personnel.
Look at somebody creating a narrative.
Or other authorized personnel.
Go ahead.
Or a federal court order or rule.
Okay.
Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmaster or installation head.
Other photos.
Boom. Roasted.
This is not other photos. Just like it says, I may take pictures in public areas where
When
the
used for public meetings.
people. It's public lobbies. You saw the FOIAs, the lobbies under that too. You didn't read that part.
Public meetings.
But you didn't read that part, but that's fine.
No, that's where I am.
I think that right now you just really understand that you're not right and you're desperately trying to create a narrative, and it's fine.
No, it's quite opposite, really. You're the one trying to grasp at straws to make her wrong. You see, you're not actually there for journalistic intent. You're there as a YouTuber, as a First Amendment auditor, to put this video on YouTube. You said so as much. So, if you're not there as a member of the press, you're not really there to conduct any photography or filming for journalistic intent. She understands it, that you need the express written permission of the postmaster or installation head to film for commercial purposes. Why can't you understand that?
Ma'am, I watch videos across the United States that do this all the time. The cops do nothing because it's legal. You should probably do a little bit more research than your interpretation of one small paragraph.
Shenanigans.
No.
Shenanigans.
No.
Couple of things here. One, she actually understands it quite well. And as a matter of fact, since you brought this up, you said you've watched hundreds of videos of people going to post offices and not being kicked out or trespassed because they have not done anything illegal? Yeah, actually, there's been several frauditors who have been kicked out of post offices for filming and have been trespassed. One group involving Elselma Morales, aka Auditing America, and Will Turner, aka Fake Mike Real News, were kicked out of a Columbus post office and trespassed from the property. And that was just last year. Maybe if you would actually look up the laws instead of following these frauditors on YouTube, you might have a better understanding of them.
Assembly and public address. Leafleting, distributing literature, picketing, and demonstrating by members of the public are prohibited in lobbies and other interior areas open to the public.
I'm not picketing and I'm not loitering. And I'm not protesting.
Demonstrating?
No, I'm just filming. And honestly, again, I was quiet until people engaged me. If you engage me, I'm allowed to speak back, but I can speak back if I'm engaged. And that's where people are finding the disorderly conduct.
No, they're finding the disorderly conduct on how you act and how you respond to them. But enough of that. Let's jump ahead to when the cops show up to deal with this idiot.
Hi, gentlemen. How are you? Oh, no one wants to speak to me? No. Yeah, okay. No, they don't want to speak to me.
Well, because you said they called too.
Well, yeah, they did, but I'm just.
They'll come out.
They know who they're looking for, and so that's why.
What's going on here?
I'm just filming, sir.
Okay.
In the public accessible areas.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Reason?
Yeah, for personal news purposes.
For what?
News purposes?
News purposes?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
Why must you turn my office into a house of lies?
What's your badge number, sir?
3006.
Okay, and your
What else?
De Los Santos.
Yes,
Oh, no,
De Los
that's it.
Santos.
Is your body camera in?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean,
From what I understand, we got reports of you harassing people in here.
So that's not true, and I've got it all on camera. I have only spoken to people when engaged. I've been very quiet and respectful, filming the walls. Not really looking. I didn't ever go to the counter and see personal information or anything like that.
Okay.
I've only been in the public accessible areas.
Okay.
And under post number 7 says that for news purposes, I can film in these areas. I haven't engaged anybody. I've actually been very respectful, kind. Haven't raised my voice, cursed anybody out or anything. Only when someone's spoken to me have I spoken back.
Okay.
And I would hope that they would admit that, because that is the truth.
While that may be true, you've also been loitering for over 20 minutes, and you've been asked to leave by staff several times.
Truth.
Okay.
Hey, good. How are you?
So you're no longer welcome on the property.
How am I being trespassed if there's no first
Listen
crime?
to her. Listen.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to listen to you guys.
Ma'am, could you make it clear that what you want from him?
You're no longer welcome on the property as of today.
What's your name?
De Niro.
De Niro. Okay, you're going to get a big complaint and probably fired.
Okay, put your phone up if you're leaving.
I'm going to walk out under threat of arrest, sir.
Right now you're being detained.
Okay. For
being
what?
detained.
For what crime?
For criminal trespassing.
But that's a secondary. What's the
Okay.
first one?
Okay.
Wrong again, Chief. According to Texas State Penal Code 30.05, provides that a person commits the offense if the person had entered or remains on the property of another without effective consent, or the person has noticed that the entry was forbidden or received notice to depart but failed to do so. You have been asked by one member of staff to leave because you were loitering. Loitering would be your first offense if you want to go this route. Secondly, the postmaster has told you twice in front of the cops that you are trespassed from the property and no longer welcomed. You refuse to leave. Hence, why you could be charged for criminal trespass.
You're going to get a warning right now, and you're going to leave.
Okay.
So let's go outside.
What's your name,
And
badge
I'm not going
number?
to tell you again. Let's go.
Oh, look at how he's
Yeah.
grabbing me.
We don't have patience for this. Okay?
Oh, no, that's fine. But you were actually using use of force that's not legal.
I asked you you outside.
No, you.
I asked you to leave.
Why are you still holding me and I'm outside?
Because you're not walking on your own.
I can't walk on my own.
Just walk.
Look at this guy. He is literally grabbing me and holding me.
Okay.
This dude is fired.
I'd buy that for $1.
Right here. Stand right here. What's your name?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so you're refusing to identify yourself to us?
There's no
During
crime.
an investigation?
I only do it under crimes.
Okay.
You can call me good citizen.
Okay.
Sir, did they ask you to leave? Did they ask you to leave?
They did ask me to leave.
Yes, okay, so you have refused to leave, so that is criminal trespass.
Got him.
Yeah.
I don't give out information.
Okay, so are you refusing to ID?
Without a crime, I am, yeah.
They asked you to leave, and you did not leave.
Thank you.
Correct?
Oh, I'm being arrested.
You're being detained right now.
Oh, looks like
and if
I'm-
you continue this attitude, you will be arrested.
Well, these are torture cuffs, so I think I'm
No,
being
they're not
arrested.
torture.
We're going to end the video here. After 20 minutes, this idiot finally gave up his ID so he could be trespassed and was released. Yet the whole time, he was screaming that they are torturing him with the cuffs, he pleads his fifth, and he won't give up his ID. Funny how a night stay in the county jail will get that ID out of him real quick. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps with the algorithm. If you haven't already, please consider becoming a member. It's a great way to show your support for me and help the channel grow as well. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all my channel members. Without you guys and your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so thank you from the bottom of my heart.